A tipping point in a forest ecosystem refers to a critical threshold at which a relatively small change or disturbance in external conditions can lead to a significant and often irreversible shift in the state or function of the ecosystem. Understanding these interactions is crucial for developing effective conservation strategies. Here is a simplified explanation of how these drivers can interact. Here are some examples of changes that can cause forest ecosystems to reach a tipping point. Deforestation and fragmentation. When forest cover is reduced to a certain extent due to logging, agriculture, or urban development, the remaining fragments may not be large or connected enough to support viable populations of certain species. This can lead to a loss of biodiversity and changes in ecosystem function that are difficult to reverse. Climate change-induced shifts. Forests are sensitive to changes in temperature and precipitation patterns. A tipping point might be reached when these changes lead to the death of key tree species that are unable to adapt or migrate. This can result in a shift from forest to savanna or grassland in some tropical and subtropical regions. Invasive species. The introduction and spread of invasive species can alter fire regimes, nutrient cycling, and water availability in a forest. If the impact of these species reaches a critical level, it can change the forest structure and composition permanently, pushing it past a tipping point. Pest outbreaks. Climate change and human activity can also increase the vulnerability of forests to pests and diseases. An outbreak can decimate specific tree species, leading to a shift in forest composition and structure that may not be reversible if it crosses a certain threshold. Fire regime changes. Increased frequency and intensity of wildfires, often exacerbated by climate change and human activities, can push forests beyond a tipping point where they cannot regenerate. Instead, they may transition to a different type of ecosystem, such as grassland or shrubland. What are the consequences of crossing a tipping point? Crossing a tipping point can have profound implications for ecosystem services, including carbon storage, water filtration, and biodiversity support. Once a forest ecosystem undergoes a state change, it can be extremely challenging, if not impossible, to return it to its original state. This underscores the importance of identifying potential tipping points and implementing management and conservation strategies to prevent their crossing. Understanding and predicting tipping points in forest ecosystems is complex due to the intricate interactions between various factors and the uncertainty around how these factors will change in the future. However, recognizing the existence of these thresholds is crucial for the effective conservation and management of forest resources in the face of global environmental change.